Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy YouTube Blue coming back at you again. Yes, I am in my backyard right now. Right now, I'm chilling for the moment. I'm gonna be like Mark Holmes today. I'm gonna be working on a project. I'm gonna build some things on my own. I'm working on trying to build another seating area for myself, as well as the one that Mark is making me. Um, Going to Lowe's and getting the stuff for that now. I'm trying to figure it out. Hopefully it'll get done. If I finish it, I'll let you guys see it, and you guys let me know what you think about it. But as you seen my video before, I showed you how my house is in shambles, and still it still looks the same because all that has to dry, all the moisture has to come out from the water damage and this and that. So I'm outside. I'm just basically just trying to fix things that I can to make myself happier about what happened. But it is what it is. You know, things happen. You gotta roll with the punches. So it's been a lot of drama behind the Dallas Cowboys, and I will say that I'm gonna speak my piece on it real quick, and I'm gonna keep it moving because, you know, I look at it like this. I'm just trying to watch football. I want them to play football. All this drama, and this is why I tell you guys, Cowboys are America's team, because with all this drama that's going on, it's like, yes, it's things going on with the Dallas Cowboys, and there's things going on with other teams too, but it just seems like all the news that comes with us is always the same thing, and it's always getting broadcasted. And again, I'm gonna let you guys know before I speak my piece on this that I just want y'all to understand that you guys don't understand how media works. Those of you that don't, media has a way of skewing things and cutting things that people, players, staff members, whatever. You could take anything that somebody says and you could take a snippet out of what they say, and you can skew that any way you want to make it seem like a positive or a negative. So you got to look at the broader scope of things when you're looking at situations that happen, because sometimes things are not always what they seem. Just think of that and put that in perspective whenever you're seeing news that come out about stuff that you may not understand. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I always withhold my judgment until I see the final verdict or what exactly the truth is, because that's just the way I am. I don't prejudge a lot of stuff. But people were trolling Dez Bryant and whatever organization that was. I don't know if it was XM or something like that. When they made that comment and Dez responded to it, they really trolled him. That's what it was. Because everybody knows that when Dez Bryant feels a certain way about something, he's a very passionate guy, which is not always a bad thing. But him being him, he has to learn how to curb it sometimes. And sometimes you don't have to respond to everything that is said about you. You know what I mean? Because I get negative stuff saying about me on YouTube all the time. There's a lot of people that don't like me. It is what it is. But you pick and choose your battles. I'm a positive person. I try to stay that way. So if anybody has something bad to say about me, I do want to understand why they feel that way. But sometimes if I know that they're a troll, that no matter what the conversation is, they're going to say something bad. In that case, it doesn't need my attention. You know what I mean? And Dez has to learn that too. The comments that he made about, you know, Jerry and Steven being clueless and things of that nature. Like, we already know how he felt about the team. One thing I do agree with Dez Bryant on, and I said this in Mark's streams, in Mark's live stream too, that I do agree with him about the play calling and how they dumbed down the playbook. Now, I don't know if they did that because they didn't think that Dez Bryant was good enough to run more than 4 or 5 routes. But, I mean, it was true. I mean, the play calling was stale. I mean, anytime you could sit here at home and already know what the Dallas Cowboys are going to do, that's already like, okay, well, if I know what's going on, I know these other teams are going to manipulate that and beat them. So that's just that. Now, when he said the stuff about Sean Lee and Travis, you know, I don't know what really happened between him and the players and stuff like that. We never would really know the truth because we were never in that locker room. You know what I mean? Everything is hearsay when it comes to that stuff. But my whole thing is this. The staff, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, none of them should be saying anything about Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant don't play for the Cowboys no more. Period. He was released in April. That's it. After he's gone, if you want to say, okay, yeah, Dez Bryant was on this team, if you want to reference something that had to do when he was here, like a play or something like that, that's fine. But you don't see other team management, GMs, front office talking about a player that doesn't play for the team anymore because it's a moot point. He doesn't play for your team. Move. Why is that a conversation? Why is that even a conversation? So I just look at it like this. Some things don't need the energy. And obviously Dez still feels he still feels slighted on them, cutting him and this and that nature. I get it. I understand. Dez loved the Dallas Cowboys. He wanted to be a Cowboy for life. He said that from the time he got drafted in 2010 up until last season. So I'm just saying that, he did love the team, and he does feel some type of way that, they cut him. I get that. So, I mean, whatever the case is, I wish Dez well if he goes to the Browns. I mean, I don't think that's a great fit. I don't think that he should go to the Browns because a lot of players go to the Browns. I mean, the Browns, I will give them credit. On paper, they're a better team. But we'll see what happens on the field because they still have to produce that. But if Dez goes to them and he gets successful, good for him. I want to see him still play because, in my opinion, I think Dez is still a great player. I look at what Sean Lee said. Sean Lee was right. And those of you that just went out and said Snake Lee, like how he said, Sean Lee ain't no snake. Sean Lee is about the Dallas Cowboys. He's about the team. Everybody that knows Dallas Cowboys, that knows Sean Lee, knows that Sean Lee is about that team. I mean, look how hard he works. He's in the film room. Look how the team plays better on defense overall when he's out on the field. I mean, ultimately, we win more games on defense when he's in the game because he does make that difference. Now, he basically said that, he wanted Dez to be accountable for Dez and for Dez's teammates. He said he loved Dez, but yet they butt heads because we all know that Dez is strong-headed. If Dez feels a certain way, that's it and that's all. But Dez was supposed to be a leader on this team, and he was one of the great players, and he wanted him to be that guy. So at the end of the day, he should have been accountable for himself, and that much is true. But as far as Jerry Jones and everything, they should never say anything about that. And as far as this anthem crap, I'm so done with talking about that. Look, you can't tell anybody when or how they can protest. That's what our First Amendment right is to. But I will say this. The players are all in to what Jerry Jones and what the coaching staff wants. Jerry Jones says what Jerry Jones says. Jerry Jones doesn't understand about the protest stuff because he's never been on the other end of the spectrum where he never struggled like somebody that didn't have any money or somebody that was less fortunate. So Jerry doesn't know about that struggle when it comes to what the anthem protests are about. And it wasn't about disrespecting the flag or America or none of that. It was more about, hey, we want our voices to be heard. That's what that was all about. But, Jerry Jones feels the way that he feels. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But at the end of the day, if the team is going to stand up for the anthem and they're going to be there, because the players say themselves, just because I stand up for the anthem doesn't mean that I'm against kneeling or against the protest. It just means that I'm doing what my team asked me to do. And I think that's what Dak meant when he did it. You got to understand that Dak, I don't agree with what Dak said, but I will say that when you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, especially in his position, he's like, look, I'm not trying to end up blackballed like Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed. Who knows? He's probably afraid. He's probably like, look, I'm the leader of this Dallas Cowboy team, and I have to go out here and I got to do what they say, regardless. So if they ask me questions, I'm just gonna say, hey, whatever he says. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, or what Dak really meant, because I'm not Dak, and I don't know him personally, but I'm just going by what I think, and I'm just going by what I would do in his situation. Me personally, being in my 30s, Dak is still a young guy. He's 24 years old. So if the media would have asked me, I would have said no comment. I would have said I'm a member of this team. I come to play football, and that's it. That's what I would have done, personally. But yeah, training camp. We got a couple of days of practices under our belts. A lot of them have been walkthroughs, but yet you're seeing players getting put in different positions that that makes sense right now. Like we're getting a better idea of where players are going to be for the season and for preseason as well. You look at Leighton Vander Esch, the way that they're using him right now, the way that they're using Joe Thomas. I think Joe Thomas is going to make this team. I think that Justin Lillard might make this team again because they very much had them in roles that made sense. And I'm looking at this linebacker core. The Cowboys are probably going to keep as many linebackers as they can at this point in time because of the simple fact that they're needed. You know what I mean? And it's very necessary. Jalen Smith basically said, "Hey, I'm a pass rusher at heart." You know what I mean? Like he's come out here, he's overcome his circumstances, and hey, he's doing well, and I'm happy for him, and I'm proud of him for that. Tavon Austin is out there impressing, looking good already. I mean, I'm just excited about what we have on offense right now, and even defense. We need to figure out what we're going to do with safety. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. There still can be trades that happen. There's still people out there that could be picked up. We'll see what happens, but you know, with that being said, y'all, that's all I got right now. I gotta get this yard work together. I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff before my birthday on Friday. So I just I don't know if my party's still on yet. I think I might have to postpone it to a day. But right now I'm just playing it by ear for the day. So me and the dog here chilling. So yeah, I'm about to drink me some good old water because that's important. Hey, like, share, comment. Thanks again to all my subscribers. I appreciate you. If you don't subscribe to my channel yet, go ahead and dance on that subscribe button for your boy and support me. Hey, I'm here. It's E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all soon.